Let's start with the prompt. The student wants to make and support a generalization about honeybees. So we're looking for something that makes a generalization and supports it. And on these rhetorical synthesis questions, the data is usually unnecessary. Occasionally we need it, usually we don't. We're looking for something that makes and supports this generalization. So A, cities have a wider range of flowering vegetation than rural areas, which are often dominated by crops. Nothing about honeybees. B, in urban areas, over 60% of honeybees on average will survive a harsh winter, whereas in rural areas, only 40% will. So that is a generalization about honeybees, about their survival in urban versus rural areas. C, the strength of the honeybee's immune system depends on what the bees eat, and a varied diet is more available to bees in an urban area than those in a rural area. So here, we're hearing a generalization about honeybees. The strength of their immune system depends on what they eat. So that one's pretty good as well. Let's look at D. Honeybees are more likely to thrive in cities than rural areas because the varied diet available in urban areas strengthens their immune system. Once again, we are getting a generalization about honeybees. Now let's look to see which of them support that generalization. So this is one of those rare situations where the data actually comes in handy. So let's look at B. In urban areas, 60% of the honeybees will survive a harsh winter. Well, we're seeing that in rural areas, 40% will survive. That doesn't necessarily mean that in urban areas, 60% will survive, because we're supposed to be using information from the notes to accomplish the goal. So this was not in the notes. Now let's look at C. A varied diet is more available to bees in an urban area. Well, we do see that a varied diet is available in the cities, and we do see that the rural areas have more monoculture crops, in other words, less variety. So let's keep that for now. D, honeybees are more likely to thrive because the varied diet available in urban areas strengthens their immune system. If we're choosing between C and D, both of them make a generalization and both support it. But the word because is a strong difference maker, because this is telling us this data is supporting this data. It is the reason for this data. So that one is giving us a more direct support. The other one says the strength of the immune system depends on what they eat, and a varied diet is more available. So and is kind of a random connection, whereas in D, it's saying this thing is happening because of this thing. It's direct support. So we're going to go ahead and pick answer choice D here.